Hi everyone, welcome back to Rania's podcast. I hope you're doing well. Today's episode is a little different and honestly a little more personal. I wasn't even sure if I wanted to talk about this because it feels a bit exposing, but then I realized that if even one person listening needs to hear this, then it's worth sharing. So, have you ever noticed how two people can go through almost the exact same situation but walk away with completely different conclusions? One person gets rejected and thinks, maybe this just wasn't meant for me. Another person gets rejected and thinks, of course, I'm not good enough. Same event, different story, and eventually different lives. For the longest time, I thought I was just being realistic about myself. I thought I knew exactly who I was. I would say things like, I'm not confident, I'm not that talented, I always mess things up. People probably don't like me, and I never questioned those thoughts. I treated them like facts. But here's something I've learned. Just because you've thought something for years doesn't mean it's true. Sometimes it's just familiar, and familiar feels a lot like truth. Psychologists calls these beliefs core beliefs. They're the ideas that we have about ourselves, other people, and the world. Things like I'm not good enough, people can't be trusts, I have to be perfect to be accepted. Most of the time, we don't even realize we have them. They quietly sit in the background, influencing our decisions, the opportunities we take, the people we choose, the risks we avoid, and also the way we talk to ourselves after making a mistake. And the crazy part, we usually look for evidence to support what we already believe. If I believe I'm awkward, I'll notice every awkward thing I say and ignore all the conversations that went well. If I believe nobody likes me, I'll focus on one person who ignored my text and forget the five people who actually care about me. It's almost like our brain becomes a lawyer trying to prove that our beliefs are right, not a scientist trying to discover what's true. And when I learned this, it generally changed the way I saw my own life. I started paying attention to the stories I repeated in my head. Whenever I caught myself saying, I can't do this, I started asking, is that actually true? Or is it just a belief I've practiced for years? Because thoughts becomes beliefs. Beliefs influence actions, and actions shape our lives. I'm not saying mindset fixes everything. Some situations are generally difficult. People hurt us. Life disappoints us. Bad things happened. But there is a huge difference between saying I failed at this and saying I'm a failure. One describes an experience, the other becomes an identity. And identities are powerful because we behave according to who we think we are. I can honestly tell you that my life didn't improve because I suddenly become fearless or positive all the time. It improved because I stopped automatically believing every negative thought I had about myself. I became curious instead of cruel. I gave myself the same understanding I will give someone I love. And step by step, my choices changed. I started trying more, speaking up more, applying for things I thought were out of reach, not because I was suddenly confident, but because I stopped deciding who I was before giving myself a chance. So, if you're listening to this right now, I want to leave you with a question. What's one belief you've been carrying about yourself for years, and who you will be if you stop treating that belief like a fact? You don't have to reinvent yourself overnight. Maybe the first step is simply questioning the story. Because sometimes the story you've been telling yourself isn't your identity, it's just a story. Thank you for listening to today's episode. If this resonated with you, I'd love for you to share it with someone who might need this reminder too. And remember, be careful with the words you repeated to yourself. Your mind is always listening. I'll talk to you in the next episode of Rania's podcast. Bye, everyone.